Greetings and salutations. This is the Dragon Bros Nerdsville. I'm here now declaring a war of ideas for some of you. I have posted up on here that I am a confessed cosplayer. It's one of my hobbies, and with this being said, it brings me to the point of lobbyists and people who don't have more things to worry about in their own culture, but to say that people who come from different ethnic backgrounds are stealing. I will not use the word. I will not use the terminology in this video, cultural appropriation, because everyone does, to an extent, to all extents, culturally appropriate something from another culture. You look at the Middle Eastern person. The Middle East did not invent the vehicle, as in the petrol-driven cars and buses and trains and and other things, but yet they still drive them, ride in them, and use them to deliver things hundreds, if not thousands, of kilometers away. The Japanese with the electronics. They didn't invent all this stuff, but yet they still use it. Western cultures didn't invent pasta, but yet in one region of Europe, pasta developed into a way of life. So cultural appropriation is a good thing as well as a bad thing. It's a chaotic. It is pure neutral. That terminology. That's the reason why I will not. And then that is the main reason why I will not use that terminology in this video to say whether or not it's wrong this and wrong that. Now let's get to the video at hand. I find it literally laughable at people from different ethnic communities crying out the terminology the terminology of racist because of a white person wearing a Japanese kimono, an Indian / Middle Eastern dress, along with white people having dreadlocks, or any other such. Let's just use the term ethnic thievery of an ethnic nature. Thievery of an ethnic nature. Let's use that terminology, shall we? Instead of that CA term that I have already explained. They stole from my ethnicity. They stole from my culture. They robbed from me. Me. That's what it's all about. That's focusing on me. And they would seek to go to court and get the person who wears that sort of attire to be fined or to spend jail time because of the way that they are dressed. Let's just see. Especially with those who come from a poor, economically poor background, like in the African continent or in some undeveloped parts of the Middle East. What's more important? The low education rate of your children who are about to leave high school, or someone wearing the same or similar attire to your people? Which is more important here? The education or the costumes? I would say the education. The reason why the education is, without any education you can't go anywhere. It's simple as that. This is not the middle of the seventh century, when the only thing you had to learn was the occupation of your dad, and that was it. And the same thing with India. My people. There are some in my own ethnic community who are saying, "What are these people who are not Indian? Oh yeah, they are wearing no stuff." Again, I've approached these people, oddly enough, with my grandmother backing me up on this. I said, "Look, it's just clothes. It's just fabric. That's it." Even when my grandfather was alive, he would say the same thing to these very same people. And just like my grandfather, I have gotten a few vicious verbal blades thrusted into my chest, and they tried to castrate my point of view by saying that I'm nothing more. Well, my grandfather at the time, when he was alive, he was brown, I'm white. They would call him a British imperial slave. They called me the imperialist that beat up the unholy hell out of my grandfather. Both verbal attacks did not appease my grandmother, and she ripped him a new one. Thanks, man. And that's just so stupid. Like, why would you want more? And I'm just thinking, like, more in the Indian Anglo-Indian community. What is more important? That your child gets a good education, or the children of your particular ethnic group gets the education, gets the support that they need to survive in this world? Or is it someone from another culture or another ethnic background or pigment of the flesh wearing the same stuff that they are? I would more think of the education side of things. It's education, proper opportunities, and more determination to be driven into the young people of their communities who cares if you're Anglo-Indian, who cares if you're Middle Eastern, African, Northeast Asian, Pacific Islander, or any other culture or any other ethnic background you have. It's the education of your children that's supposed to be more important. It's the right to be free in an area that you want to live in a safe with knowing that it is a safe area. There's so much more to think about, which you should be thinking very hard and fast about. Whether or not someone from your nation of background will move to a place like Australia, assimilate, and be able to find a job. That's more important than complaining about a person of another culture and from another background wearing the attire from your background for a costume convention where thousands of people be wearing where people of your culture will be your ethnic background will be wearing something from someone else, and with you saying that's okay, but someone from another from another ethnic background will say no it's not, and you guys get into an argument, guess what? You both are literally having a fight, saying, oh, it's okay for, let's say, just use my background, it's okay for an Anglo-Indian to wear a Japanese attire, but it's not okay for a Japanese person to wear Anglo-Indian attire. That's called hypocrisy. That's called a double standards. We need to eradicate this sort of double standards from the community outright. Another point I'm going to make here is sexualized, especially just cross-dressing, and I am a confessed Christian here. Next year I'll be wearing a dress to Supernova here in Sydney, and even then a lot of people were saying, oh, you're a Christian, you can't be wearing that, you're a sexist, you can't wear a dress. A dress is for women. Women wear dresses, you don't. It's mind-boggling to think that a piece of clothing can erupt in not only religious but also some sort of sexism implications as well. It's just so bonkers. I've seen countless of young women cosplay as various doctors from the TV show Doctor Who. They're wearing men's clothing. I've seen men dress up as Sailor Scouts, Powerpuff Girls, and alike. And other such wonderful characters. And to be honest with you, let's say this. What's more important for you men, for the men? Is it loving men who deserve more access to their children than their abusive ex-wives, who mentally and physically beat down on their children. That is true in some cases. Men are domestic violent victims. So are their children. Who is the perpetrator? Their wife. Also, let's do on the flip side. What's more important? You condemning a man for wearing a dress or a skirt, or a rich man getting off because he paid the right amount of money to the judge for equal custody of a child or children, knowing that that rich child abuser, wife beater can get away with it because he has a lot of money. What's more important? Honestly, what is more important? Solve the domestic violence issues? Or should we worry about men dressing as women or women dressing as men? Which one? Honestly, I'm asking this question right now. To all these people who say, all these feminists who say that men dressing up as women, it's sexist. The same thing to these male chauvinist pigs. No, these male chauvinist pricks. Let me be the first one to be, before people who say that I'm being disrespectful to the animals, I take back my statement that violent men are sexist pigs. I apologize to the pigs. I will not apologize to as calling them pigs insults pigs themselves. And to all the pigs in the world, let me just say from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry for using you as a derogative, as a rightful term for these men. I am sorry. Now back to the point at hand. These insensitive sexist pricks, these male chauvinist pricks, the ones without a caring muscular fiber in their body, what's more important? To call out a man for saying that a man should not wear a skirt or a dress, calling out his sexuality, or calling a woman let's just use a proper terminology here, a cock tease. But also with the women seeing women dressed as women, leaving the whole skirt and dress scenario. Again, what's more important? The domestic violence, or is it someone wearing a piece of clothing? What's more important here? Again, let's look at a point of this push from pedophile supporters. They're going, oh, that little girl, she dressed in a provocative clothing. She deserved to be raped. She deserved to have the sex done. Or that little boy, he dressed in such tight clothing, he deserves to have sex thrusted upon him. Really. To those people who are in the pedophile supporters camp, you better move to a nation where they support that sort of stuff. We don't need you here. We don't need you in the Western Hemisphere. We don't need you in the Western world. Period. Even take your so-called love is only love clientele. You get the hell out of here as well. Because we don't need you making it hard for little kids to cosplay as either as a Sailor Scout or wearing a one-piece Iron Man costume. Really. You support them and blame these kids. There's something wrong with you. Honestly, there is something wrong with you. And I don't care if I get backlash because of this. You want to support pedophilia? Nick off. And never to return until you change your mind. Because pedophilia, it's not a sexual choice. It is a mental disease. It is a sexual disease. It is a predatory lifestyle. And to you pedophiles who think about going to all of these conventions, knowing that there are minors there, there are people in this community who will do a lot more harm than good to you. And trust me, I am one of them. You want to take a child away from their parent, guess what? You will be injured. Simple as that. And this is the reason why, because this is a war. Even and to a lesser extent, sexual deviance from being straight, bisexual, or homosexual. I don't care if you're male or female. Because someone wearing a tight-fitting outfit does not deserve them to get raped. I have a lot of female friends who do put on a fabulous cosplay attire, and they go clubbing off a night. They go to cosplay conventions. They do not need your sexual assault thrusted upon them because of them wearing a certain piece of attire. They don't need it. My female friends and my male friends, men and women who decide to cosplay for conventions, for parties, for gatherings, and for clubbing, they do not deserve to be roofied, and sex thrusted upon them. They do not deserve to be drugged and raped. And to those people who want to build their ivory towers with gold embellishments on which is on top of the most prestigious marble foundations. I know quite a lot of you people. You watched on the TV and you say that a girl deserves to be raped, or a boy is like a cosplayer, female cosplayer, or a male cosplayer to be raped. Guess what? I'll stand right next to the mountain that your damn house, that your damn tower's been put on, and chop the mountain down with the edge of my hand. That way you will have no tower to look down upon. You will see the truth of what your comments can do to people. Hell, it might take me a while to chop that damn mountain down, but I will chop the mountain down. You will see the heartache of the rape victims, of people that you say they deserve to be raped. And I know two people who have that strong stance, and sad to say they share the same blood as me. No, one of them shares the same blood as me. The other one was just too dumb to realize that they married a wrong person. But yet, really, they deserve each other. Maybe one day they'll get their sense punched into them, and I shall be laughing from a distance. Ha 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 ha. And yeah, pedophile supporters, rapist supporters, you can all go to hell for my books. Simple. You say that it's okay for an older gentleman or an older woman to force themselves on a minor. You say it's okay, it's women empowerment for a woman to give a man or a woman, or dare I say both, a drug, take them to like a hotel, have their way with them, and leave them in the hotel for the stuff to see them the following morning. You gotta know this. I care for the children. I care for my adult brothers and sisters. I know I cannot lay a hand on the female perpetrators, but guess what? I know a few females who will be more than happy to put these so-called ladies, these so-called women, in line. Hell, I don't mind doing it to a pedophile, or to a male pedophile at least, to a person who wants for sex on a female, for sex on a weak bloke. Guess what? When you look into that mirror, I will be there. When you think about doing something wrong to a little child or to a weaker member of the community, think about it. Look around you to make sure that I'm not there. Make sure that I'm not behind any tree. Make sure that I'm not around any corner. make sure that you're not getting watched. And hey, it may not be me, but there are people like me out there in the world who would want to see young children, weaker members of the community, to live in safety and harmony. And it's not that hard, because our eyes are on you. Simple as that. I say to you, women, there are women who are like me. Look behind every tree. Look around every corner. Look up and make sure that you're not getting recorded. Because that evidence, that recording evidence, will go into the media, and they will show the whole world of who you truly are. You're nothing more than a sexual predator. CCTV cameras, they don't care if you're a man or a woman. They don't care. The media, they don't care if you're a man or a woman. It's nothing more than a story to them. Which will keep people like me, our hands nice and clean. And to close off this declaration of war, if you ever think because someone's wearing a martial arts attire from any anime or TV show, movie or comic, video game or novel, they don't deserve to be knocked out. No woman or man deserves to be catcalled. No woman or man deserves to be beaten up. No woman or man deserves to be heckled for wearing cosplay. There is literally nothing So what if they're wearing the same bit of attire that your ethnic background is wearing, that wears on more of a daily basis? Who gives a damn? As I said in point one, what's more important? Education, jobs, lifestyle security, or safety? What's more important? These three, or someone wearing the same article of clothing that your particular ethnic group wears? What's more important? Those three, or this one little thing? I say these three are the most important. This one thing is way at the back of the line, and you can't even see the damn bugger. Or see my beloved bugger at least. What's more important? And I'm talking to the pedophile supporters and to these rapist supporters. What's more important? For some twisted freak to force sex upon someone, or for their victims to be safe and secure, knowing the fact that they can walk around the streets, walk on train stations, wait for buses, wait for cabs in safety? I would say to these people who say people who rape people is a lifestyle choice. They are a minority along with pedophiles. No, you're nothing more than criminals. And I don't care if it's a part of your religion, to have sex with children? If that's the case, then bugger off. We don't need you here. The cosplay community is simply a community of artists. It's a community of pop culture media enthusiasts. That's all we are. We're artists, we're models, we're so many things, so many beautiful things that don't need your condemnation of. Again, what's more important? To these people who spew out every single day, oh, this, like, domestic violence, child abuse. What's more important? To solve those issues, or to make sure, or to try to degrade men and women for dressing outside their sex? Again, I ask you this. After you watch this video and you see where you've gone wrong, or you wanted to try to disprove this video, go right ahead. I don't care if you're a professor in some university with some bogus degree, or some pathetic little fool trying to stand up to an intelligent artist. I challenge you. I dare you. Come for me. For the simple reason is, cosplay is an art. Cosplay, it's a community. And dare I say it, cosplay is our culture. And to deny us our activities because of deranged sexual predators, some misogynistic, feministic, vile poison. Oh, dare I say it? Some deranged, ethnic, neo-Nazi loser wanted to keep it what they are to themselves. All you are welcome to take me on. But I know for a fact, every single time, I will knock you out. I know for a fact that I've got the facts behind me. I'm not going after him. I'm not going against you with emotions. I'm going after you with facts. And trust me. "15 years ago, you may have had you had more than 100% chance of knocking me out. Not today. For I am Dragon Barrows. See you later."